My Prodical, a true Dorian Grey. If you have ever seen Dorian Grey, the early version was the best picture of Dorian Grey. This is the closest thing to explain his life story. Abused as a child, sexually abused by his father, led into prostitution rings, sold for sex in a gay brothel, hustling a younger brother that was murdered by a sex ring, witchcraft, blended up Catholic influence in his family, a mother that walked out on him and a father that then walked out on him after leaving a massive path of destruction, and a stepmom who had a nervous breakdown bringing them up and struggling financially in a dead-end neighbourhood like mine. I think all of these events obviously led up to the future events unfolding in his life that literally got worse and worse on a path of magic and all other things added on. This is all stuff that I've learned spiritually, that's been told by him and the spirit in spirit realm, and but shown to me by God by various means and confirmations, leading on to astral projection as a kind of spirit spouse that I don't know, could have mounted me in the spiritual realm. I don't know. You start becoming aware of a person sexually, feeling them come inside you, intense sexual heat, being told what to do telepathically, mentally projecting with objects, whether it be kissing pictures or using sex toys to give each other pleasure, the use of love spells to be engaged, the use of punishment by being internally physically hurt if you don't engage. This is some things that have been used on me spiritually and physically to hold a person captive as a sex slave. I don't know if it's just the entertainment industries that do this, but this is all very hushed up and I've never heard of it before it started happening to me. So I was told in order not to get punished by the helm, I would have to dream of him all day long and think about dicks and to keep the punishment away. I thought at first that God, or actually like dreaming of him and stuff like that, I thought at first God was sending me into the spiritual realm to help him get away from his toxic life and offer him love and a safe place, which I did, but he was obviously skilled at magic and was hiding this and stuff. What was I saying? Yeah, I was thought that first was sending me into the spiritual realm to help him. I also thought that he'd been released from this network that was doing the same thing to me, which had Jewish mystical links, but it turns out that he was using it as part of his powers to control his girls that he'd bring into this helm to have sex with. The helm pain in my head got stronger and stronger the more and more God revealed his other life to me with flash-ups in my mind and all sorts of other stuff that confirmed it, where he was fingering women, almost had an incident where he was strangled to death in a S&M game, endless dates with women. I think he did try to follow God's advice and draw back away from these toxic people, but really got led back on and off. And for some reason, God hid this until recently, where because I'm getting more helmed in pain by him and his counterfeit, and this coven as well that he's involved with, more stuff has been coming to light, and he's having to handle his own witchcraft working back on him and his other half, I think. He has helmed me so bad now that he's been helmed back by God, I think, and he can't get it on sexually half as much as what he could before. Everything he's doing, goes on with God. God sees it, and as I say, I feel completely powerless. I feel jealous as he rams me harder to stop feeling in her having sex. This is actually happening to a few kingdom spouses, but I think it might be in a different way. They can actually feel their hearts and stuff like that. but my heart knows what he's getting up to, and last night he had his way with me because I was having strong sexual spells, and he says God was bringing him to me anyway, and then he told me to F off as he has had his fill, and it's hard to describe, but I'm literally a hostage of these two individuals. Obviously I can't prove the witchcraft because it's happening in a spiritual realm, but eventually witnesses will come forward. At the moment I'm having a really tight feeling, but God's holding it at a breaking point. I feel like I've got a giant snake around me and like something around my throat. He likes playing games between both of us, buttering us up with his charms. That's his counterfeit as well, because he just uses what's there, but he still claims that he loves both of us, with his smug grin. That's also very beautiful too, but sometimes can be quite genuine, which is this is what this guy's about. He's like a charm arse, and he's deviant as well. And here is a song his counterfeit wrote about him, which sums up this three of in a relationship thing, which he keeps repeating, whether it's like in the world or whether it's in the spiritual realm. For me, it's been a long suffering journey because it's going up to 3 years now. I just want to escape and get away from him and leave it to him and his counterfeit until he's grown tired of being put in God's washing machine. He recently came to Birmingham and could have come and visit me, but he chose instead to have a fiddle and a half with someone from Tipton who took photos of him to use as evidence to prize money out of him, which is wrong because, sister, why are you throwing yourself at anything that glitters? You should save yourself for someone better. And the prize money out of trapping someone with photos makes you just as bad as him for using you, for using yourself and him that way. Not only that, there is a lot of colourful pornography this man is involved in, which should surface eventually, which I'm quite looking forward to seeing, where he makes Tim Rice look like a damp battery. Anyway, Romans 8:38 to 39. For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, nor the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither high nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from God's love. And all those, all things work together in the name of the Lord. So this is all going to fall off eventually, and it's for a bigger purse, bigger cause. Because God is bringing a wine press down on the nations. Rich and poor are going to be pressed into action, and the rich will reap what they sow, and the poor will be pressed into standing up and making people that have done wrong accountable for their actions, even if it means risking our lives. And I'll be risking my life actually exposing this in multiple ways, and also the other videos as well. But God keeps showing me a picture of a gate and keys on it, so something somewhere is going to look after me for exposing this and other things. We cannot go on ignoring what we feel instinctually is going wrong around us, for the 10 Commandments are written on our hearts, whether we are rich or whether we are poor, or great or small. The phrase, she is going down like a bomb, I might be taken out for a while for the bigger purpose, or it might mean somewhere else like New York with the bomb warnings I've been putting on the channel. I don't know how God's plan is going to get unfolded. So that's me with my Catholic dump. God is going to have his way with this man because he's Chief Dalek. I still believe in this man, and God has placed it on my heart to love him unconditionally, for it's for the bigger picture. God is reversing the energy, and we will be released in time, and putting all the jigsaw puzzle bits together. It's all part of the bigger plan. I'm not recording this video for personal vindictive reasons, but from the angle of a bigger picture in God's plan. Me and my prodigal story is going to be a highlight to set a lot of captives free. Thank you.